fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. Come we go MIA somewhere far from this bush. Let's fly a million miles away somewhere, just me and you. I don't care where we go, as long as it's so far, so far, so far from here. It's about time I took a little trip.
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Jamal here with another episode of Get It Together with Big Maul. Hope y'all been feeling good. Hope y'all been being blessed. Hope that you had an amazing week and an amazing weekend. And yeah, man, let's get into it. And first off, I do want to send my condolences to um the events over the week, man. With the plane crashes and stuff, man, and it's just been a lot going on. Plane crashes and drive-bys, and innocent kids being shot, and it's just been crazy, man. It's been a crazy it was a crazy January. It's been crazy beginning of the year with that van running over people in New Orleans. And oh man, let's just all pray. Let's all just be better human beings, man. If you need help, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, seek that help. Pray, but also get you a therapist. Get around some people that truly want to help you and see you grow and have intentions on helping you better your mental health and being patient with you. Please, let's do better as people, man. We gotta do better, and we definitely have to be safe. We have to be vigilant. We have to keep our eyes open, but don't be afraid to live at the same time. Don't be so scared that you're afraid to go out and enjoy what this life does have to offer. But also be aware of your surroundings. Be safe. But yeah, man. Let's pray. Let's pray harder. Let's reach out. And just try to make this world a better place, man. I mean, really. But yeah, man. Like I said, I hope y'all been doing good. Other than all those other things, man. Hope you've been doing good in your individual lives and being focused. I just want to say that even though this year got off to a crazy start, please, guys, let's just get on board with whatever it is that we want to do in life. Whatever it is. I know I talked about this around the end of the year. But it's just a reminder. Let's just get it done. Get it done. And I don't mean, or you know what? I'd rather say get it started. Let's just get it started. That business, that YouTube channel, school, whatever it is, get it started. Hop on board. Don't let anything hold you back. And do not wait. Do not wait. Tomorrow is never promised. We put things off for another day or another week, and we may not even make it to that week. Or if we do put it off, another obstacle may come up that will require our attention, and then we won't even be able to shift our focus back on what we initially wanted to do. We may forget the strategy that we had planned. You may totally just forget about it, altogether. Don't put things off, man. Don't put things off. Now, I don't want you to just rush and be in a scurry, and run around, like a chicken with your head cut off. No, but I do want you to focus on your goals. I do want you to just go for it, man. Don't worry about looking crazy. Don't worry about what other people may think or what other people may say. Don't worry about who wouldn't approve of your business venture. Don't worry about who will try to make you lose that drive that you have. Who may try to turn you away from it and convince you that it's not a good idea to go back to college or to go to college for the first time, or they will say that this thing isn't going to work out because of this and this and that. Don't worry about who has any input and what their opinions may be. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, you want people around you that's going to support you, and if they can help you, as far as giving advice, or if they know people, or if they know, if they've done it before and they know different ways, whatever it is, of course, you want those people around you. But at the end of the day, no matter how many people hate on you, no matter how many people you have supporting you, you are the only person that can get it done. So do not rely on people's opinions. Do not rely on what people's perception of you may be, or what they may think if you do this certain thing, and then they may no longer want to be close to you. Don't worry about any of those things. You need to worry about the fact that if you don't do this now, the next year around the same time, if you haven't done it, you'll regret it. And as you can all tell, time goes fast. I mean, before we know it, it'll be 2026, And do you honestly want to look back and say, I wish I would have done that? I would have gotten so much further. I would have been halfway there by now. I would have experienced so much. I would have learned so much if I would have just started. Get started. If I would have just started this process, who knows where I would be right now? Who knows what I would know right now? Who knows what type of conversations I would have had, and with whom? Who knows what type of rooms that I would have been in, at this moment, and the things that I would have at this moment to be able to utilize and furthermore continue my journey. You have to get started. And we look around at other people that are doing their thing, and then we look at ourselves and wonder, why aren't we there? It's because we're not putting in the work. It's because we're not starting. You're afraid to do something because you're going to see, or you're going to think that people aren't going to support you. You may get a like or two on a post if you put out, your first clothing design. You may not have a lot of followers. You may not have a lot of views on your content. You may not have a lot of people that actually want to engage with your business, but you have to keep going. You're not going to just hit the ground running. You're not going to just start something and then have a huge following immediately within, the next week or so. Things take time. Things take time, and you have to be willing to go through all of the ups and downs. You have to be willing to go through all of the emotions in order to set yourself up for success. And when you go through all of these emotions, when you go through all the ups and downs, and when you do go through that period of, maybe confusion, or feeling like you want to stop, when you go through all of these things, when you make it through all of those emotions and realize the bigger picture, you remember why you got started, that's where your growth happens. Through all of the adversity, through all of the tears, through all of the doubt, through all of the anger, through all of the sadness, through all of the hesitation, through all of the people saying things negative about you, all of those things, when you weather those storms, and when you're walking forward and that wind is pushing against you, and you feel like you have every reason to stop and turn back, but you keep going, little by little, day by day, brick by brick, you will get there. And then you have to start enjoying the experience. You have to start enjoying. I don't know why I'm saying enjoying like that. I don't know. It sounds weird to me how I say it. But yeah, you have to start, just loving the entire process. Embrace it. Embrace all of the negative. Embrace all of the positives. All of those things. I mean, honestly, if you think about it, they keep you balanced. The positive, the negative, the good and the bad. It keeps you balanced. You don't get too high. You definitely don't get too low. You want to stay level-headed. You want to know that, hey, if I continue to work hard, I'll get there eventually. I continue to learn new skills. I continue to learn more about what it is that I'm doing. I continue to be, taught lessons. I'll be cultured in a way. But then also realize, like, I can be up now, but one moment, things can happen, and it'll force me to maybe change my approach. It'll force me to maybe um, look at things differently, do things differently. And then you just realize, man, that's how life is. Not everything's gonna go your way all of the time, but you gotta learn how to pivot around that. You gotta learn how to continue to move forward, even though things aren't going your way. You gotta know how to do so. And you gotta know that it's all helping you at the end of the day. And once you realize that, and you lean on God through the good, through the bad, you have the answers. You'll know exactly what to do. And you still, like I said, you still enjoy it. And then you gain wisdom from that. You gain insight from that. You even get motivation from it, because you can see what you've been through on your journey. No matter how far along you are in your journey, you look back and say, man, I remember when I started. I remember when I was in this season, and I was kind of doubtful at first, and things were happening. Didn't know how I was going to make it through, but I made it through eventually, and look where I'm at now. I've made it through that obstacle. And then, if I made it through that obstacle, I can make it through the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And I've built this strength. I built this armor around me that you don't want to seem like you're cocky or anything, but I'm untouchable because I'm walking with God. God just got me. He's my shield. He's my rock. He's my armor. And mentally, I'm good. Physically, I can be a little tired. Emotionally, I can be a little tired. But spiritually, I'm good. God has got me, and that's all I need to know. And I continue to press on, because I know for a fact that when these legs get weary, when these feet start hurting, He's going to carry me. He's going to carry me, and I'm going to gain my strength back. And even when He puts me down, He's still walking beside me. He's still right there. Still. When I get tired, I can lean right on Him. And He's not going to get tired of carrying us, because you're trying, because you're pressing on, because you're not giving up on your goals. You're not giving up on yourself. You're creating a legacy. You're setting yourself up for success, which is setting your family up for success, and which is setting up, the generations after you and after them, and so on and so forth. And that gives you something to be proud of, because it is at a much larger scale than just you at the end of the day. And that's your reason. That's your why. But you don't get to experience any of those things. You're definitely not going to be able to see any of those things, like I said, coming to fruition if you don't start. If you just sit around and watch everybody, you can have all the ideas in the world, you know what I'm saying? And it can sound good. You can write them down. But if you don't go out there and execute, if you don't go out there and just do your research on how to do things, and if you don't go out and just try to ask questions. Don't be embarrassed to ask questions. Don't be embarrassed to appear as if you don't know anything, because if you don't know anything, how you gonna find out? How you gonna find out if you don't know? You ask. But don't be embarrassed to ask, to look like, hey, I need help. It's not an embarrassing thing. Everyone has started and had to ask. They had to start with a clean slate. They had to start with a blank page. And they had to ask, they had to find out, they had to fall, they had to get up, they had to fall again, they had to get back up. And they had to do all of those things in order to get where they are, in order for them to learn and know what they know now. And I mean, I know it can be hard, because you want to seem as if you know it all. You want to seem as if you're, this rock. And I don't mean on the outside, I mean on the inside. You want to seem like you're intelligent. You want to seem like you just got it all figured out, and you don't need any help, and you're going to do this on your own. But we all need help. We all need to be pointed in the right direction at times. And we definitely all need to be able to lean on someone. And I, for one, do not care if you've been like with this podcast. I'm only almost 2 years in. I don't care if it was somebody that's 10 years in. I'm going to ask questions. I'm going to get advice. I don't care if it was someone that started a day ago. Like, hey, how did you do this? What's your approach? What's your mental like? You never know who you can learn from. You never know who you can draw information from and get insight from. You just never know until you ask, until you get started. We all know, as far as businesses goes, as far as anything goes, if you want to make money in it, if you want the best quality, you got to spend money. Okay, in order to spend money, you have to make money, and in order to make that money, you have to go to work. You have to have some type of income, and things are expensive. So you have to have your priorities in order, and you have to have a budget. You have to know what's important, what's not important to buy, and you have to be very disciplined. And it takes a lot to go into that. But if you're not going to sit down and have those type of conversations with people that can help you learn how to budget, and with people that will help you learn how to be more disciplined when it comes to your money, then you aren't going to get anywhere. But you have to get started. And in order to get started, you got to just do it. And like I said, if you don't know how to get started and what you're doing, then ask, do research. And I always say YouTube is free. The internet is out there, and it's filled with millions of people that are doing what it is that you want to do, or just starting out in what you want to do. And they're making tutorials, they've gotten articles, and they've gotten all of these things that you can use to help yourself start and grow. And if you know someone personally, ask them. Try to schedule a meeting where you can meet up somewhere and you can talk, or go to each other's houses, whatever it is. Hop on the phone and have those conversations, and just form that camaraderie. And then after that, just continue to network, continue to expand yourself. And then at the end of the day, things will start clicking. And yes, like I said, things will stop clicking, but you will learn and you will know exactly what to do and how to do it when things aren't good, when things are just so frustrating. Because we all have those days, we all have those seasons, but it's okay. You are going to win regardless. You see the you have the vision. All you have to do is just get started. And when God sees you starting, and you continue to pray, he sees that you're working and you want it, it's genuine, it's pure, your intentions are for a greater good, something even bigger than you. He's going to take care of the rest, but he's not going to do it for you unless you are trying for yourself to do it. But you just got to get started. And I'm gonna keep saying that because I want people to understand the importance of just putting one foot in front of the other. If you don't try, you are already failing. You're already failing. It's just like, I feel like life is just like riding a bike for the first time. You can be scared. It's okay to be scared, because you're scared you're going to fall. You're scared that you aren't going to get it. But if you don't hop on the seat, and if you don't attempt to start pedaling, then you're just sitting on the bike. You're not moving. You're not going anywhere. And you aren't going to get anywhere. You aren't going to move unless you pedal, unless you try to pedal. And when you start, it's a little rocky at first. You got to learn how to be consistent. You got to learn how to get the flow of things. Then you got to learn how to steer. Then you got to realize where you are. You got to realize which side of the road you're on. You got to be aware of your surroundings. You got to get out of the way when cars are coming. If you don't have a sidewalk to ride your bike on, there's so many things that come along with it after you learn how to ride a bike. And that's what life is. That's how life is. As soon as you start getting in the flow of things, you get consistent. Now you got to watch out for everything else, and then you got to keep prepared. And then you got to remember and realize that life has curveballs, and they're going to come at you. Some you can see coming, some you can't. But you got to remember why you started and have fun with it. Have fun with it. Enjoy it. Enjoy being creative. Enjoy learning. Enjoy making mistakes, laughing at yourself. Enjoy all of it. Embrace it all. You're cultivating your experience here on earth. Get started. Enjoy your week. Y'all have fun this week. Be blessed this week. Be safe this week. Don't let this week be mundane. All right? Thank y'all for listening. Jamal Butler on all social media platforms. You know what it is. And I just want to say thank you, all of you guys, for listening. I do that every time, or at least I hope I do. But yeah, thank you guys for listening, man. Thank you. My last episode, Snow in the South, was received well, and I appreciate that. I definitely do. Y'all talked about me. I mean, y'all listened to me talk about my experience having snow for the first time. So, that was dope. But no, man, seriously, man. I hope this podcast has been reaching you and touching you in ways that are helping you feel relatable, feeling heard, feeling understood. If you felt confused, you kind of understand yourself, or you understand this life thing. I'm not claiming to be perfect. I don't want to be perfect, but yeah, I do want to feel, I do want all of you to feel like, hey, I'm not alone in this journey. Hey, I needed that advice. Hey, that just motivated me. Hey, I just learned something new. I'm going to pass this on to my buddy. I'm going to pass this on to my coworker. I'm going to pass this on to my colleague. I'm going to pass this on to my mother. I just thank you guys. Truly, truly from the bottom of my heart. I thank you guys for listening. And I hope you guys continue to listen, and I hope you guys continue to spread this podcast all over your social media platforms to everyone you know, and continue to grow, because y'all are family like me, man. And without you guys listening, we ain't growing. But I'm gonna continue to be genuine, and yeah. So it's all love, man, from me to you. Thank y'all so much. Like I said, enjoy your week. Don't let it be mundane. And I'll see y'all next time, man. For sure. Peace.